to Passions Podcast, the podcast where we talk about the soap opera passions. I'm your regular host, LeTara, back today with Kelly and Eric.
Wow.
I'm so sorry, I hit the wrong button by accident.
I got the crickets last time.
No.
What is this abuse?
I was trying to hit the air horn a bunch of times, but my finger went to the bump. It's right above it. I'm sorry, my bad, y'all.
The Rebecca face.
There you go.
Yeah, I would have liked the Rebecca music.
Yeah, give me some Rebecca. That'll make up for it. There we go. That's more fitting for Kelly.
It's funny because I was talking to my
after
dad
that lamb
today.
shawarma.
I was talking to my dad this morning, and he was like, I told him about how I've been doing the TikTok lives and stuff. He was like, well, are you doing live on YouTube and other places? And I was like, well, I could, but I really would need a producer, somebody who's running all of those things. It's I'm struggling enough as it is just doing TikTok by myself and trying to run the video and trying to run the chat and trying to do the soundboard and all of that. And he was like, well, that's what I'm going to do on my retirement. I'm going to be your producer. And I was
Awesome.
I don't want.
You're springtime.
I only feel comfortable talking how much shit I talk on this podcast because I know my parents are never going to hear it. I know that, unless, God forbid, unless something happens to me, my parents are never going to listen to this podcast.
No, my mom has no interest. She's like, the passions. She knows your name now. She says, LeTara. And I'm like, that's good, but she'll never turn this thing on.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that. And so
my mom, I think, listens to this.
It makes sense for
Hi, Kelly's mom.
Yes, hi, Kelly's mom.
Yeah, remember she fell behind the camera?
Yeah,
oh my God! Yes, I do remember.
That was so cute.
Anyway,
my mom has appeared on this podcast.
Your mom has. Mom, I think, called me one time.
She called in the same episode.
On the same episode, yeah. It was we were it's the mom episode. But yeah, you're not on as often, Kelly. So I guess it makes sense. If I was just featuring on a podcast every once in a while, my mom would probably listen to it. She probably wouldn't listen to the whole thing, but she probably try. But there's simply, Mom, I know my mother's not even ever made it past the first episode of this podcast. I know she hasn't.
I've shown her some of it, but I showed her when she managed to get on the podcast, but she just, now I will say, when it is exciting when I tell her, sometimes I'll tell her this is where we are in the show, and she'll remember, and she gets fired up again. So she will get fired up over certain storylines.
Yeah.
She is 1,000% a Teresa fan. She is 1,000% a Teresa.
I love that.
Yeah. Did you get her a t-shirt?
She would never wear it.
Not even around the house?
Not even to bed?
I don't think so.
Yeah, getting a little insight.
I can do an experiment. I can do an experiment.
I would say
let me make her a Pilar shirt. Let me make her a Pilar shirt and see if she wears it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But I have a good tagline. What's a good tagline for Pilar? Is nothing stands between God and me, or it's got to have a very specific I'll make it. I just got to be it's got to be a very funny Pilar thing.
Well, when she's in that silver or gold dress and drowning, Rebecca could be that picture.
Oh, that would be good.
That'd be good. Yeah.
A slapping queen. If there's a picture of her mid slap of Rebecca, my mom loved watching Pilar go after Rebecca.
Andrew,
andale, Rebecca. Andale, see? Andale. Good job, Pilar. I could hear her. She would get ferocious when it came to
I feel like Andrew said that his joke about Pilar is that her hands are rated E for everyone, and I feel like that would be so good on
Andrew is so, hey, that's the guy you need on a trivia team. We're gonna, if you getting ready to plug the Patreon, let's do that, because we play games on there, and we've been playing Jackbox, and Andrew, the almighty Crane, is almighty in all things trivia as well. Very good trivia.
I love trivia, so I didn't even know y'all were playing trivia. I want to play trivia too.
Yeah, he reminded me that one of the Jackbox games that we have is a different trivia game versus the murder trivia game, and so we played it.
Murder trivia?
Look, see, when you are not there, we just run amok. We run amok.
Hey, if you have one this week,
nice will play.
Is there one this week?
We have a watch party on the 19th. Obviously, this podcast will be out well past when the watch party's happening. But we have a watch party on the 19th. But they've been playing games like impromptu. I'm hearing.
Sorry, those noises went off. I was looking at the calendar.
I was like, are we on Skype? What's going on?
Here we go. No, I just wanted to make. I'm like, when is it? When's the watch party? You said
the 19th.
The 19th.
God bless
Thursday.
it. Okay.
This week is reading week for me, so maybe I'll just drink some Coca-Cola and try to rate.
Try to stay up. Okay. Well, with that said, let me give a shout out to the patrons over on Patreon. Thank you to Munashe, Lisa S, Zach, Sid, Sorana, Randall, Hannah, Camelia, Amanda, Jeanette, Eric, Jamie, Fantasia, Sean, S, Larissa, Maria, Lisa A, Jessica Jean, Laura, Karen, Uche, Paige, Casey, Garange, Shawnette, Stephen Winthrop, Daisy, Shane, Kelly C, Taylor Harris Crane, DJ, Kelly M, Rodo, Lisa R, Acacia, our almighty crane Andrew, Jekyll Hyde, and our almighty crane Michelle, and our newest patron Kendra. Thank you all for being patrons. And if you would like to become a patron, go over to patreon.com/passionspodcast and sign up for whatever tier you find most agreeable. And I'm going to say something else right here that I never say, and I always wait till the end to say it. But my dad today was like, I'm going to say this. My dad loves YouTube. He's basically like a 10-year-old. Like, he loves YouTube. Which I think...
Same with mine.
I was about to say, is it just me?
It's a dad thing.
Oh, no. My parents watch YouTube all day long.
People love YouTube. Like,
and I love YouTube, but like my mom has found she's so polar coded. She and my dad watch videos of people from other countries working their ass off. She's
my god, like the Chinese videos.
Yes.
Working
in the fields and working their ass off.
I watch that shit. Me and your mom would definitely get along because one of the videos that I've watched recently that I loved was like they had taken silkworms and they were like making silkworms into garments. Like the whole process of like getting the silkworms and drying them out and spinning the silk and doing the whole damn thing. And I watched it from beginning to end.
They're like they're plowing the fields and they're growing shit and building houses. And my mom and dad will sit there and it's so quiet because they're watching people make things or build
people
things.
in the countryside. People in the countryside. And I'm like,
Mom, why are you watching? She goes, my mom and dad, specifically my mom worked hard her whole life. My dad worked hard his whole life, but mom grew up picking cherries in Michigan. And so like, I think there's something where it's just like, you know what? I had it hard, but they have it harder. I don't know what it is, but also like, they're just hard workers. Like my dad wakes up early in the morning and wants to work. He does not want to sit around.
Yeah,
and do
what? I don't get that.
My stepdad is 72 and he goes to a wood yard like 5 days a week with his wood buddies. They all have nicknames. His nickname is Stone, but he's got like Chip and like Bro and Big Bro and like it's crazy. And they're like
a TV series on your hand. I think you need to write that down.
And they like load up this like truck and then drive it to the wood stand and then sell this wood. And that's like what they do. And he watches YouTube videos of people chopping wood. And I'm like,
my dad loves YouTube. He's into all kinds of stuff. I did have to pull him off a pipeline at one point. I was like, Daddy, that's not weird.
Pipeline?
Like an alt-right pipeline. Like he was you know how YouTube can send you down the wrong path. I did have to kind of pull him back from some stuff one time. I was like, this is too no. I have to monitor my dad's YouTube intake.
My mom will send me cures that I'm like, I don't think that's a real thing. And she's like, are you sure? I saw something on YouTube. I'm like, yes, just be careful what you saw on YouTube. The other thing that she watches a lot are videos of stories being told. And I don't know if it's AI that's like, let me tell you about the one time I walked in on my husband with the maid. And it's like, but now I'm like, oh, I listen to this shit too, but they're just different.
It's packaged differently.
Yes, it's
packaged differently for sure. There's levels to this shit. I said, we're off on a tangent. I said all that to say, my dad told me this morning, he was like, you know what you need to do, Tara? You need to be telling people to subscribe to your YouTube early in your episode. And I was like, yeah, you're right. So y'all, if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do so now. And wherever you're listening, please subscribe, like, comment, leave a review. My dad had one good idea.
Hey, also, let's give Dad his credit. That soundboard has changed this podcast.
Yeah,
and your
listen,
dad.
I'm gonna tell you the whole setup. The whole setup is what? Oh God, I've lost my mind. No, the whole setup is courtesy of Randall Lee. Okay, because he got me the soundboard. He bought me the soundboard. He bought me this laptop. I had an older laptop that wasn't running as well. He bought me this laptop. What else? I think this keyboard, but that doesn't have anything to do with the podcast. My mom bought me these monitors.
Look.
Yeah.
And your chair for your low back pain.
Yeah, this podcast brought to you by Sarana and Randall, okay? So anyway, they're also patrons on the Patreon.
But and another patron, I was not here to just tell Tom Bergeron, you are incredible on Dancing with the Stars. I missed you so much this last season. So when you came back to host again, you are missed. I don't know if you're
he's missed on the Patreon too. Tom Bergeron is no longer a patron.
Tom, what happened? See, Tom, no.
We talked about
Jackal hide though, and
yeah. We it ebbs and flows. I'm not mad at Tom. I'm not mad at you.
Hey, he was there for a good.
He did it for a long time. I talked about this on the podcast. I think last week because that's when I noticed that he was everything, and I talked about it. But also, I was like, I imagine he saw on his credit card or debit card thing, like, what the hell is this? Like, what is this I've been paying for and I didn't realize? So
it's porn subscription, passions.
Or he could have just like moved to the UK. Because when I first moved to the UK, it was like, your Passions Patreon didn't go through. And I was like, there's like a week of the Passions podcast where I'm not on. I'm like,
oh dang, no, I will. I didn't even notice. It comes, it goes, it fixes itself, and also maybe he got a new debit card or a new card because that happened. Yeah. My mom multiple times has been like, Sarana canceled her membership, but it's just that her card got like locked or whatever.
This fucking podcast.
Yeah, like she ain't going nowhere. But all right, y'all, we have talked for a while.
I love this.
It's now.
It's time to actually talk about episodes 9-11 through 9-15. We're talking about the Shawise storyline and our fated couples. We're going to pick up with Shawise, Sheridan and Louise, because I feel like they had the most meat this week. Yeah. But you know what? I think it's okay that we talked so much at the beginning because there's not much to talk about in these storylines.
I concur.
Yeah. Being completely honest. Yeah. Same old. Oh, you know what I forgot to talk about in the last one, which we'll have to add to this, is Liz and TC and Eve. I forgot to talk about them.
Oh, we got to talk about them here. Yeah.
We'll see how long they turn out to be because I might cut it and put it back in there, but whatever. We'll see. It doesn't matter. Y'all don't need to know how I'm going to edit this. Moving on. Sheridan and Louise. Bloom, bloom. They ain't doing no bloom, blooming.
More like,
yeah, it's definitely. I mean, I think I have that sound somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I have that sound, and that's going to come into play for Simone this week.
Hey,
oh gosh, that was crazy. Simone. I was like, we're going there?
Actually, insane. So let's pick up with Sheridan and Louise. Let's recall that Beth, her mother, is in the hospital. She had what we thought was another heart attack. It turns out she was having a stroke. But yeah, Louise comes to comfort Beth while she's looking at her mother who's like unconscious or whatever. He tells Beth, and I don't know why, I don't know what possessed Louise to say this to her, but he tells her, yeah, like Sheridan and I are done. We had a conversation, and we can't be together because she's decided that she can't be unfaithful to Antonio while he's in a coma or whatever. But he just got that drug like an hour ago, 30 minutes ago. We don't know what's going to happen to him. So I didn't understand why Louise felt the need to come to Beth and be like, yeah, so things with Sheridan and I are done. I want to be clear. It seems to me that he's muddying the waters. Am I the only one who feels that way?
The craziest thing The craziest thing that happened was when he hugged her after telling her that. He was like, "Well, I have nowhere else to go."
Nowhere else to go. Yeah, I have.
That-
I'm gonna play that clip
my
because
Oh,
I was
good.
like, what the hell?
That was horrible to say to somebody.
He's very.
I don't
much,
even think he realizes he said it that way.
I mean,
I think he just
well,
doesn't. I think she's just there.
He didn't say it to her. It was his thought. That was his thought.
Oh, are you sure? I thought he said it to her at one point.
He hugs her and he says, "Well, I don't have anywhere else to go." That's
okay.
Yeah, and
it was a monologue. I thought he said it out loud. I was like,
yeah,
dang.
that was his inner monologue. But here's the thing: even if he had said it out loud to Beth, she would not care.
Oh, she wouldn't.
She would not care. He tells Beth that he and Sheridan are finished. He tells her that. Again, you don't know what's going to happen with Antonio, which he says later, right? Later on, he's like, yeah, I don't know we're not sure what's going to happen with Antonio. I don't want to make you any promises. So why did you lead with Sheridan? Me and Sheridan are finished. No, you're not. No, you're not. She says to him, I'm sure you believe that. And then he says, well, Sheridan and I already decided we would never be together behind Antonio's back, no matter what his condition is. I'm here for you, Beth. No matter what happens to Antonio, I'm here for you. No matter what happens to Antonio or your mother. In fact, I think it's a good time now for us to talk about our future. Okay. So they have a conversation where Beth is like, what do you mean? You want to talk about our future now? I have this clip. We're going to get into this. I actually have several clips for this. So we'll do, I'm seeing how.
Wow, you made more notes than I did in this section.
I'm seeing
I thought I did good.
I had to go back and redo it. I was like, it was bad. I was like, Tara, you can't. This morning I got up and like went back and very quickly.
That's impressive.
My notes were I think I texted you last night. Like my notes are so bad.
Yeah, I thought I had your back. You did way better.
So it's 3 clips, but they're like a minute each. So we'll get into those.
You want to talk to me about the future now?
Yeah. Just seems like a good idea considering everything that's happened in the last 24 hours.
Fine. It just seems that the future's all we've talked about lately. Getting engaged, getting unengaged, standing at the altar together, not standing at the altar together. We'd be left to talk about.
I'm really sorry for everything that I put you through.
You have nothing to apologize for, Luis.
Not bad.
Everything that I did was because I wanted to. Besides, it's not like the last few months have been a walk in the park for you either.
No, they haven't.
So, what is it you feel you need to talk to me about?
All right, let's get into the next clip.
I don't know what the future's gonna hold. Hey, and Beth, I really don't want to make any promises to you that I can't keep.
I don't understand.
What I'm trying to say is that, if something happens to your mother and she doesn't make a full recovery, if you need help, I'm here for you, okay?
How do you mean?
How do you mean?
Beth, I'll move into your house with you if that'll help. Look, whatever happens with your mother, I just want you to know that I will be there for you financially and emotionally to help you get back on your feet. I mean, Beth, you never abandoned me, and I'm never going to abandon you. I just want you to know I'm here for you, okay?
Thank you, Luis. Thank you.
There's no place else for me to go.
Okay.
No place else for me to go.
So bad.
I thought in my watch, he said it out loud. I'm so happy that you had the clip because I wrote in my notes, why would he say that?
Why would he say any of that?
Why would he think that? Literally. Like,
why? Yeah. But why hitch your wagon on this?
I know.
Why are you signing up for this? You don't even want to be with her.
And I think to me, it's okay. I'll cut it out.
It was a bus outside. Sorry.
To me,
welcome to London.
He's sending her like very weird mixed signals, right?
Yes,
Because when she
I'd be
asks
confused.
him how, he says, I'll be there for you if something happens to your mother, if she doesn't make a full recovery, if you need help, I'm here for you. And she says, how do you mean?
Yeah.
Like, so clear it up. And instead of clearing it up, he says, well, I'll move into your house if that'll help. How would that help?
That means to me,
Emotionally and financially support you.
That's
like,
called
that's
a
crazy.
boyfriend. That's
Yes,
a
but
partner.
that's how I would take it. I'd be like, oh, we're back together? Like, you're moving into my house to help me with my mom?
To help me financially and emotionally, that you're my partner. You're my life partner,
Or
right?
you want to be my brother? What do you want?
But he's not explicitly saying to her, and I have one more clip of this conversation. He does not explicitly say to her when she keeps, because she'll, and I think in the next clip she's going to be like, I love you, Luis. You know, I'm in love with you or something like that. I can't remember exactly what's in that clip, but he is keeping that little bit of distance between them. But he's still saying things like, I'll move into your house. I'm not going to abandon you. I'm going to be with you. Like, come on, buddy.
Yeah.
And I think we're meant to believe he doesn't mean it romantically. But if he doesn't mean it romantically, then why did he lead with Sheridan and I are finished? Right?
I don't blame Beth for she's not misunderstanding anything. It sounds like you're signing up to be with me. That's how I take all this.
Yeah.
You know, like all of those like reels on whatever platform you're on where it's like, you know, a guy's like actually like an F-boy or like an avoidant if he's like, let's get married, and then like you never see him again. It's like Luis is being like that.
Yeah. Luis, he's definitely not being clear with her. I think he thinks he's being honest with her. I don't know. Part of me feels like he's just trying to play the good guy.
He feels obligated to her because she never left him. And Antonio's going through like that's what he's saying. I feel sorry for you is what he said.
Yeah. So let's see what happened.
Did everyone get the same haircut? Like recently, like Grace and Sheridan and Beth. Like,
what's funny is I didn't want to say this, but I was gonna say if I were, I don't know if I'd want to be with somebody with the same haircut as me.
Oh my gosh.
Seriously.
But I thought
just
that
flip
when I
the
was
bangs
a kid.
up or like,
Yeah, hers is his hair backwards, right?
We've proven that.
Yeah.
On a watch part on a Halloween.
Yeah, my Luis wig when I turn it around.
Luis can turn into Sam, can turn into Beth.
It's a multi-character
multi-use.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see what she says. I can't remember.
You don't have to make me any promises. Okay, we'll just take things as they come, one day at a time.
You've been through so much uncertainty already.
It's been my choice, Luis. Everything has been out of my feelings for you.
Well, that's exactly what I mean.
I love you. I always have, and I always will. These past few weeks have proven to me that...
Look at him smiling.
No matter what life throws in our path...
Yeah, but he's got doubt in his eyes.
...strong enough to deal with it. No matter what happens, I'll be there for you.
And I'm going to be here for you, too. You can count on it.
Yeah, so he notably... My clip. He noticeably doesn't say I love you too, right? She says I love you, Luis. He doesn't say it back.
It's like Grace to Sam about David.
Yes.
Dodges the question.
Yep.
Also, really I just gotta keep reminding myself. So I haven't been on for a minute, and so when I hear you all talk about these things, you know, I'm sure you feel the same way, Kelly. Like you're like listening and chiming in your brain. And one of the things that I'm like, he cheated on you with Sheridan.
She does not care.
She don't care, and that would just be. I don't know. I'm Latino,
and he doesn't even know. He doesn't even
really upsetting
know.
To me. Yeah,
he doesn't even know she knows that, right? But yeah, she does not care. She just wants Luis, however she can get him.
Yeah.
And he's giving her hope that she can get him, right? So, people might call Beth delusional. I don't think she's delusional.
She's not Simone. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
That's
like
not at all
borderline
how I
K.
would. Yeah. I think Kay is the
Kay
most.
has
the
enough
closest
receipts to
comparison.
be like, I think Miguel loves me.
Yeah. I mean, and Beth has even more receipts. I mean, the
Hell
man is
yeah,
going
she
to
does.
marry her twice.
Yes.
So 3 times, really. They say he would have married her the first time if Sheridan had, or if Martin hadn't left, and then he was going to marry her when
changed
Sheridan was
Paloma's
dead.
diapers.
Yeah, and he was going to marry her when Sheridan was dead, and then he was going to marry her in this double wedding. So that's 3 times that he planned to marry her and didn't. And she says he doesn't. And she says, you have nothing to apologize to me for, Louise. Yes, he does. He has a lot of apologizing to do for you, to you. He really does. Beth, bless your little heart. So meanwhile, while they're having this conversation, Sheridan is having a conversation with Pilar. This is where my notes take a turn. I'm sorry, y'all. I did not care about this conversation at all. I took down some of it. Yeah, I took down some of it. They're having a conversation basically about strength and being faithful, and yeah, go for it.
So I will give some perspective here. It is, I am very, so again, we all love the actress who plays Pilar. I do think that Pilar gets some shitty things to have to be done here. I'm going to give that Latinx perspective, the Latino perspective. Having seen my mom go through this with her son, I lost my brother. And so my mom is a strong woman of faith. If she were not, and again, I go to church. My dad and we all go to church together as a Catholic family. I don't agree with everything. I say I'm Catholic light. There are some things that I'm just like, I think Jesus is way more progressive than this. I think God
100%.
has a sense of humor. I think that God loves everybody. So there are some things, and I think that's what's cool is that my mom and dad have evolved also with that. Mm-hmm. So I do appreciate this performance that the actress gives as Pilar, Eva, as a strong woman of faith. Where I think my mom was more realistic than Pilar is that my mom would always be like, you know what? Déjalo en los manos de Dios. My mom would always say, like, leave it to God's hands. God's gonna make a choice, and we will know what we gotta do. And I think there's a difference here. Whereas Pilar kind of is manipulating these, like, we just got to keep him alive no matter what. My mom did not want that for my brother, and I saw that live. And I'm being vulnerable just because I saw it. So I don't like this depiction of this lady who is just hell-bent on... Like, my mom would have carved her own heart out if she could have. So that I can say. With that said, my mom also has this thing where it's like, in Spanish, she would say, Dios me lo dio. She would say, God gave him to me. It is God can take him away from me. Mm-hmm. She would say that to me all the time. How beautiful is that I heard my mom say that about her kid. Like, God gave me this gift. It is God's gift to take back if he wants to. Mm-hmm. Oh, this is hard. So I'm watching this and I can see that, but Pilar's not saying that. Pilar's just like, keep them alive no matter what. And you signed up for this, Sheridan. And it's like, but you knew Sheridan loved Louise. I don't understand how you can just omit all this history. And it's the writers. The writers did us dirty here. I don't like that Pilar is just being like, sorry, Louise, you're screwed because I struggle here.
Understandable.
So I'd love to hear from you guys. I'm sorry.
Here's what first of all, let me say thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing and being vulnerable. We hold space for you here, and that was beautiful. Thank you for sharing. That's not me joking. I'm being honest. Like,
no, I appreciate that.
Because I can relate. So
yeah,
my thing with Pilar is, interestingly enough, I really don't have any beef with Pilar this week. I had beef with Pilar last week and the week before.
And I think that's probably where my brain is that I'm still processing the
she manipulated this situation.
Yes, that's what I was trying to... I'm not trying to justify that. I'm just saying, like, they've made her complex and they don't give her enough to just make her a little stereotype. To make her...
I think I get what you're saying. Particularly, like you said, she is very firm about like we just have to keep him alive. We just have to keep him alive. At least he'll be alive. There was one point where she's having this conversation with Sheridan, and basically Sheridan is oh god. Also, I think Pilar was just like over Sheridan this week. Frankly, I was over Sheridan.
I think so too. Yeah,
because she was being so. She was just being so, oh, woe is me. Oh, I don't know how I can do this. I don't. And it's like, yeah, like you could say that to Luis, maybe. Pilar, wrong audience.
That's her kid.
Yeah, Pilar's not the right audience for the pity party. Pilar was taking it well, and she was being very gracious and graceful to showing a lot of grace to Sheridan, but she in fact apologizes to Sheridan at one point for how harsh she was previously and the things that she said, because last week she basically called Sheridan a murderer. She said that Luis was no better than Cain, who killed his brother Abel. She accused Sheridan of wanting to kill Antonio so that she could be with Luis. Like, she said a lot of really harsh things to Sheridan last week.
And
so
I think that's why I'm struggling to surmise my opinions, because the other thing that I remember about what I was listening to you all the other week was that she says something along the lines like, give him this drug. I got him. You don't have to worry about him anymore. But
and now that's
she's
out the
like,
window.
No, that's gone. And she's like, no, Sheridan, you are handcuffed to his dead body. And it's like, no, you gave her. And again, I've had these conversations where it's just like, I got my people's back. I am ready to step in. I will do this. And it's like, she's like, no, you married him. You signed up for this. But you just told him, you just told Sheridan, give him the drug. And I got him. I will take it from here.
Yeah. She told him to give him the drug. Sheridan was not going to give him that drug.
No. And again, that's where I say this, like, faith-based dramaturgy is like, Pilar, I think, would have been more like, we've done everything we can. What kind of life is that to sit there in this bed and we don't even know what's going to happen? I understand but that's a Hail Mary. And I've had, oh God, y'all are in the Discord, so sign up for the Discord, you'll get more of my personal drama. I've had to deal with a lot of death recently, and Hail Marys are hard. And what I mean by that is that 1% chance that something can happen, that is a lot to risk the biscuit for, and I just don't know if he was there. They've already been saying he's dead. It's not like they said he'll make a full recovery. We don't even know if this is going to work.
Yeah.
This is just, the writers have written them into a hole, and when they do that, they go even deeper on the show.
Yeah, absolutely. So Pilar and Sheridan are having this conversation. It wasn't a particularly interesting conversation. Basically, Sheridan draws a parallel between this situation and Pilar's situation, having lost Martin so early on and when she was young, and for her to continue to remain faithful, and asks her basically like, how did you do it? And Pilar says like, well, I had my children to give me strength, and I also had faith that my husband will come back to me one day. I held on to the hope that my husband would come back to me. And Sheridan,
and I sent one away.
Yeah, I got rid of one.
That to me is very not on par with the Latinx family tree. Like, not the baby. You don't send the fucking baby away.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
It never has.
Babies
it was
eat
just
the least.
It's a writer's device, because if we need something to spice things up,
yeah, they had to send the baby away.
We can have Paloma come in and add some juice at some point, and that's what they used her for. But
yeah,
yeah.
So she says, you know, it was different for me because, you know, I had my kids to give me strength, and I had the hope that Martin would come back, which he didn't. And Sheridan
still lighting that candle.
She's like, well, it's different for me. Yeah, she's gonna keep lighting that candle until he comes home. I saw a clip from when Martin shows up again. Well, from when the reveal of who Martin is, I recently saw a clip of that, and I was just like, I hope she slaps him, because it cut off right when the reveal happened, and I was like, oh, I can't wait till we get there.
I think she does.
She has to.
I like that we try our best not to spoil things, but there's things where we're just like, it's coming. I mean, if you're watching, you should know. But with that said,
yeah, they talk about Mark so much. They bring him up so much. Of course, he has.
I wish Sheridan had actually killed him.
Me too.
Yeah,
why not?
Me too.
Would have been better.
Yeah, that would have been interesting. Better than what he came back as and with it, but that's a different time.
Well, yes.
So Sheridan's like, it's different for me. If the drug doesn't work, I could lose Antonio forever. He could either die or he could be in a coma for the rest of his life. Pilar says, at least he would be alive, Sheridan.
No one feels that about a coma. I'm sorry. No one feels that. She says,
you will have more to hold on to than I did because at least you would know where your husband was. I was just like,
I forgot that. Yeah. Wow.
She drops that bomb on her, right? She like elbows her like that, right? Yeah. She elbows her, says like, at least you'll know where your husband is. I don't even know where my husband is. Then she says, unless it's not Antonio you're worried about losing. Get your foot off Sheridan's neck, Pilar. Oh my God.
Also, Sheridan basically says something at some point, and again, I apologize if I'm skipping, but he says something like, he isn't the love of my life.
Yeah, she says that straight up to Pilar. She's like,
I love him, but he isn't the love of my life.
He isn't the love of my life, and you know that, as you know.
Does Pilar want to hear that? I know she knows it's the truth.
I don't know why they were even having this conversation.
That's a weird, I
don't know why they ever got married.
They were expecting to give us. This just frustrated me. As a viewer, I'm like,
I couldn't figure out why they even were having this
non-conversation.
Sheridan at one point says that she feels guilty talking like this. Pilar tells her, don't burden yourself. She says, I've known you since a little girl. I know you very well. So this is when she pulls in some of that that mom guilt on her too.
Yeah.
Right? She says,
raised you.
Yep. I've known you since you were a little girl. And Sheridan's like, yeah, I know. I don't know what I would have done without you after my mother died. It's interesting. They tell us two stories about Sheridan and Ethan.
Yes.
But I think more so about Sheridan.
Yes.
On one hand, they say that Pilar is like a mother to them, and she basically raised Sheridan. On the other hand, they say that she was shipped off to Paris, into boarding school very, very young, and she rarely came back. They never let her come back. So
I think the way I always understood it was that Sheridan, as a toddler, as a young little girl, Pilar had her at those ages. Then the murder thing happened and all that stuff, and they shipped her off. That's what I always thought was the case.
Yeah, but right here she says, I don't know what I would have done without you after my mother died. And Sheridan was like 10 when her mom died. Those flashbacks of her as a little girl, like she had to be big enough to stab somebody.
Possibly
kill them.
Hannah, where are you? Historiographer, you.
No, they just Passions has written two stories about Sheridan's child.
Yeah.
Anyway,
and they do this all the time, and it's so hard.
It's annoying.
Pull out whichever one is convenient.
We do know that the Crane children were raised by Pilar. It's just
they pull out whichever one's convenient whenever they need it, right? Yeah. So in this instance, it makes sense to say
they fought over the lock of hair.
Yeah, the strand of hair, which was Sheridan's.
I will say,
but you know what? Maybe it was. What if it was like Fancy's or pretty? They all have blonde.
Yeah, they did.
What if it was Ivy's hair?
What if it was Ivy's hair? That's a good point.
It was Fox's hair.
Fox's hair looks like Ryan Cabrera right now.
Ryan Cabrera.
He's got the LA highlights. Those remember when you do the gel? Lightning gel.
I haven't heard that name in so long. Remember him in what was her name?
Ashley Simpson.
Ashley Simpson. They were like together. Yeah.
And then she went on SNL.
Yeah.
And did the little jig.
Yeah, and everything went downhill for her after that. Poor thing.
Jig.
I think she's like married to the Fall Out Boy guy though. I mean, that's downhill, but
is she married to Pete Wentz?
Yeah.
On a Monday, that makes sense. I am waiting on a Tuesday.
No, it's like on a Monday.
Yes!
It's It's like Charity
That's
singing.
your Charity singing.
Charity Simpson.
I can sleep. Yeah. Fall with you, I fall so fast.
Miguel.
I finally found my head on something real. I like the way that feels. Miguel.
Kelly said.
Pieces of Miguel.
Miguel. Kelly said we were going to have a musical episode because it was, and we are
I'm
having
glad.
a musical episode.
I'm thrilled. It's been so long. I thought about that the other day. I was like, man, it's been a while since I really like sang a lot on the podcast because I used to do it all the time.
You and Laura just went forever sometimes, or like you guys would go on like end of podcast rants on musicals, like before I like was like on the Patreon, and I would just be like, these guys are hilarious. I love them.
I miss her.
If you all have not seen this already, YouTube Ashley Simpson Family Guy, because they make fun of her so well. They're like, they show Ewan McGregor being, I don't know who the host was at the time, but whoever it is, he's like, ladies and gentlemen, Ashley Simpson. And it starts off, and then they show the little white girl going, Old Man River.
That old man.
And then she does the jig. She does the jig, and she leaves.
Oh my gosh. I'm pretty sure I've seen that.
It's a great
I used to
bit.
watch Family Guy a lot.
But I don't know. I really am happy that I don't know how we got to Ashley Simpson.
I don't remember how it happened. I'm glad it happened.
Oh, Fox's hair, Ryan.
Fox's
Cabrera.
hair
Ryan
is
Cabrera,
everywhere.
Ashley Simpson. They're
Screaming
we did it.
infidelities.
We did it.
This podcast is sponsored by Adderall.
Yeah, sponsor me, Adderall. Also send me
The
some.
locks of hair.
Same.
The locks of hair that
Send me some.
everybody would fight over.
Yeah. Okay. So
They found it in the gazebo.
where was
on
I
the property.
in this damn
He actually
Pilar guilting
Sorry.
Sheridan, or kind of
Yeah.
like saying,
yeah. Okay, so she says like I've known you since you were a little girl. You're like a mother to me. Blah blah blah. Whatever. Pilar says. You would have turned into the same wonderful person I know you are. You will remain loyal to Antonio because you will not be able to break the vow that you made to him at your wedding in front of God, family, and friends.
But a few
family and friends.
It's just,
Yeah.
it's just. I don't have. Like, I need like a boom button. Like that's what I really need. Like a boom, boom.
Like
I
a
don't know.
knockout button. Like
Yeah.
knockout.
I don't know if I have. I can use my megaphone and be like,
Oh, do it.
"Yeah, you will remain loyal to Antonio because you will not be able to break the vow that you made to him at your wedding in front of God, family, and friends." Yeah. So
That was
Damn.
very Hunger Game-ish. I thought that
I
was
know.
good.
Totally, yeah.
I have a.
A monster one too.
Tabitha.
That's very good
Tabitha.
for Beth.
For the magic.
Say Tabitha.
No, Beth in the clown
Say
costume.
say no. Do that now, and I want you to say Tabitha. Your new partner is gay.
Okay.
Tabitha, your new partner is Kay. We've sent you.
Kay Bennett.
We've sent you a helper. It is Kay Bennett.
Yes! Oh my God! I want a soundboard now.
Just like for your life.
I'm gonna send an email to the Lees.
You gotta get. Yeah.
Sponsor me to sponsor
me,
your
please.
daughter.
Okay.
That was incredible.
So anyway, she basically tells her, "You marry him, bitch. You're gonna have to sit here with him too."
And I hate it because a few episodes ago she was like, "Give me him. You don't need to take care of him anymore."
Yeah, let me have my son back.
And that's like honestly fair.
Yeah,
Yes,
agreed.
Valid.
I agree.
Like,
That's a good trade-off.
She has spent more time with him than his wife.
Sheridan has been married to Antonio for a few hours. That's it. It is their wedding night. We are.
Wait, is it like New Year's Day or something now?
Oh,
No.
And also,
Oh, it
recognize-
is. That's
New
crazy.
Year's Day
Yeah.
because it's New Year's Eve. They had their wedding on New Year's Eve.
Yeah. Oh, gross.
I'm pretty sure.
Also recognize that
Maybe that's why I
everyone knew
secretly
full
hate
well
New Year's Eve.
that they only went through this wedding because he was gonna die.
Right. Pilar knows full well what the full scope of that wedding was and why she did it. And the reason she was going through with it partially was because Pilar had been pressuring her not to tell Antonio the truth.
Yeah,
right.
I don't like
and
any
it's
of this.
like she kept saying, like, oh, just shouldn't you just help my son live out his last days happily, right? And
It's
so
delusional though.
so Pilar knows the full scope of this, and it's not fair for her to say. Like, the next thing she said was, you would have never agreed to give him this drug if you didn't feel in your heart that you could remain faithful to Antonio.
No, I did it because you told me to.
I did it because of you, because you said I would be a murderer and that you would never forgive me or Luis, and that we would be murderers in your eyes. That's why I did it.
Why was she also responsible for giving him his medicine? Like, why didn't he have like a caretaker or Pilar or an alarm that went off? Or
somebody else
anything?
said
Sheridan went to PetSmarts and picked up Antonio, and then they told him, you need to feed this gerbil every hour on the hour or it'll explode. That's what happened.
That's basically what happened. No, somebody else mentioned that, said, like, if he needs care that badly, he should be in a hospice. And I was like, yeah, actually.
Yep.
He should
He should have been in a hospice. Yeah.
Yeah.
The man can't see anything.
Yeah, he can't
Like,
see.
I'm just really thankful for my wife.
He's very thankful for his wife.
He's always just like,
needs a lot of care.
Yeah.
There was no prepreparation for him to be this debilitated.
Yeah, and the fact that, like, he missed one. He didn't even fully miss his dose of medicine. He didn't get it 30 minutes after the first dose, and it sent him into a fucking coma. So yeah, he shouldn't have even been out and about walking around.
No, he should have had a drip going into his blood
and can do things and take care of themselves. They were like, Sheridan, you would either do this or dead.
Yeah,
that's weird.
Again, I said before, I was like, what the hell kind of medicine is this? What the hell kind of, you know what I mean? You can take one now and then I have to give you another one in exactly 30 minutes or you'll go into a coma. What the hell?
Antonio was not a Flintstone kid.
Flintstones kids.
10 million strong
and growing. Yeah. You don't know
Antonio didn't take his Flintstone vitamins.
Yeah.
Kelly didn't take. Be careful. You're probably gonna get
speaking
sick.
of Flintstones kids, did you ever watch the TV show Flintstones Kids?
I love.
No.
Yeah,
like Bam Bam.
The Bedrock Kids, Flintstones Kids. Yabba dabba.
Remember, like, the Looney Tunes, the little kids version?
Oh, Tiny Toons.
Baby Looney.
Tiny Toons, so
we're
cute.
tiny. We're toony.
Wait, are Tiny Toons or Baby Looney Tunes? Because Baby Looney Tunes, I love
Baby Looney Tunes.
I watched
and
both.
I love Tiny Toons. But yeah,
was Tiny Toons the three, like...
Can I tell you all?
Buster and Babs.
Yes, no relation.
Tiny, they're teeny, we're all a little loony. And in this cartoon,
can I tell you one of the saddest moments of my life is that when they used to do music videos. I was, because Plucky was my favorite. So they did the name game, and they were like, the name game. And it was like, Buster, Mo, Muster, Fana, Fo, Fuster, Fee, Fi. And I'm like, this is so much fun. And as a kid, I'm like, oh, they got to get to my favorite at some point. And they didn't. And you know why? Sing it. Plucky, Bo, Bucky, Fana.
Fo fucky, me, fa.
R.I.P.
I was so sad. I'm like, what? And then as a kid, I'm going, why didn't? Oh, they can't say his name.
I used to like Ducky go down the hole. You remember that?
Ducky came back.
Oh, yeah,
Ducky go down the hole.
Elevator go down the hole.
I want to push the button.
You don't push the button. I push the button. Baby Plucky was so cute.
Just a few millennials hanging out on a Zoom call.
That's right.
Seriously, that's what this is.
Yeah.
Just a
Okay.
few elder
So,
It's better than Pilar being so horrible to Sheridan.
we got to get back into it though. So,
We're, like midnight, we're like, okay, we're there.
Yeah, Pilar.
yeah. So yeah, she tells her you never would agree to give him the drug, but that's not true. Pilar fully guilted her into giving him that drug and manipulated that situation. Unfortunately, I know I get it. I have grace for Pilar. I understand her reasonings. I do. But if we're just talking about like the beats of what happened, Pilar manipulated Sheridan into giving Antonio that drug. And so whatever, they're having this conversation and Sheridan is eating up what Pilar is telling her. Meanwhile, or Luis and Beth are talking or whatever during all this, but then later Sheridan goes to the chapel to pray, I guess, for Antonio, and then she meets up with Luis and they have the following conversation. I'm about to speed through this. He says, Sheridan, we just have to hope and pray for a miracle. My mother's not giving up. Her faith is strong. Sheridan says, Pilar is so sure that Antonio's going to get better. And Luis says, well, she won't allow herself to think otherwise. We shouldn't either, Sheridan. We are proof that miracles happen. Miracles happen once in a while. We are proof that miracles happen. Twice I thought that I'd lost you. And that you were dead and gone from my life. And I prayed for you to come back. Everyone told me it was impossible, but you did. And then Sheridan says, how many miracles will God grant one couple?
One couple.
Yeah. How many miracles will he grant? How many miracles does it take to get to the center of a shoeweeze pop? Right? How many licks does it take?
I haven't heard that song in a while. Yeah.
How many licks?
Millennials.
Do you know that it was Galen Gehring's birthday on Friday the 13th?
Friday the 13th, February 13th. Oh,
yeah.
That's sweet. My
Jeez,
nephew's
what a
birthday is
nice
February
time.
13th, but I haven't seen him since my brother passed away. So that's unfortunate.
Oh.
Sorry, didn't mean to bring that. Oopsie. Anyway, listen, I would like to get to know him, but he was a baby when my brother passed. So it's like, it's not that I don't want to. I'm sorry. Let's just
If I
move on.
never moved to Harmony, none of this ever would have happened.
Yeah, if I had never moved to Harmony, none of this would have ever happened. Let's leave it at that. Luis goes back to Beth after having this conversation with Sheridan, talking about we need to pray for a motherfucking miracle. Okay, he goes back to Beth. That's what I'm sick of him. No, he's
The way you said it, people are gonna think they hit 2 times speed right now by accident. That was awesome. Keep going.
I'm trying to
It was good.
let's speed this thing up. No, he goes back to Beth after having just had this conversation with Sheridan, where he's saying, we should pray for a miracle. Miracles happen. After having had the earlier conversation with Beth, where he told her that things with Sheridan are done and finished and complete. So then he goes back to Beth to give her more mixed signals. Let's watch the clip. Let's roll the clip.
Yeah.
Clip 13.
Meanwhile, Maria's on a train right now going, slow down.
Slow down. I just want to get to know you. You know what? Y'all just got me in a music mood today.
I like it. I love this is music to my ears. You damn well you got a beautiful voice, and I love hearing you sing.
Thank you. It's like one of the few things I do well. So
I saw you flick the hair back. That was cool.
You know.
I don't have hair.
Actually this
You can try.
I'm trying to let me see something real quick. Okay, this is not Luis giving her mixed signals. I don't even know if I have that clip. Maybe I got annoyed. What this is Beth's fantasy. Beth has it. So while Luis is having this conversation with Sheridan, Beth gets some bad news from a nurse.
Oh, yeah.
I thought her fantasy was so funny. So we're going to watch that.
Oh, Bethy.
No, Bethy.
So terribly sorry about your mother.
You're very kind. But Mother had a good life. I know you did everything that you could. It's just gonna be so sad.
She looks good.
She's gorgeous.
Yeah.
They just style her terribly.
Yeah. Ooh.
She's wearing David's leather jacket.
Yeah, she
Bye,
is.
Mother. And good riddance.
No more bedpans. No more clipping corns or shaving the old bags back. She finally gets dust. Then I'll be free to live the life that I deserve. A life with Louise.
You are so wrong, Bethy. You aren't listening to the nurse, just like you never listened to me about never being with Louise Tra-la. Never being with Louise Tra-la. Never being with...
Are you okay, Beth? Did you hear what I said? What? I think you misunderstood. Your mother is alive. Alive? Yes, she's alive, and she's going to pull through this just fine.
Devastation.
But she did suffer a minor stroke, which means from now on, she's going to require a great deal of extra care from you.
No, she was going to a home.
I need to loop never being with Louise La. Never.
Never being with Louise
La. I would love that as a loop.
Yeah, loop
Just
it.
like that's your ringtone.
Oh, that would be great. Hey, Ma, how's it going?
Oh man, that was such a funny fantasy, though. I love
Never.
it.
Also,
being
like-
with Louise La.
The only thing I think about is like, who's shaving another woman's back? Like, how much hair do you have on your back?
Right.
That is
much hair
so
does-
weird.
Where are you going that your back needs to be shaved anyway? Just put on a shirt.
I would, yeah, Ma, you don't.
I'm not shaving your
I would
back.
take care of my mom, but not Beth. Not Beth's mom. I'd
Yeah,
be
but like,
"You
would
do
your
not
mom
need your
require
back shaved."
like, yeah, like that's weird.
I'm not clipping your corns.
Yeah.
Can you clip a corn? I think
You
That's-
can file them.
saw one off. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Shit.
That's what you do.
I'm gonna lose
Hey,
my
there's
lamb
gotta be
shawarma on that
somebody
one.
in the Patreon that likes feet stuff. Maybe we're doing it for them right now.
Well, maybe this will do it for them, or maybe it won't. But I'm gonna tell you something. When I was a kid, my dad has like they're better now, but he used to have like the nastiest feet, right? And he would be like, "Come and rub my feet," and he would give us money to like rub his feet. Yeah, he would give us money to rub his feet. But not like a lot of money, but to me it was a lot, like, $5. And yeah, I used to like rub my dad's feet with like lotion and like file down his like nails and file his corn, put the little corn pads on his feet and everything. It was disgusting. It was so gross.
My
Weirdly,
brother,
I kind of did that too.
Yeah.
my brother
my-
would pop my toes. He would get my toes and just pull at them until they pop.
Oh yeah, I pull
That
my toes.
hurts,
I still pull
though.
my toes and I pull my
my
knuckles like that.
I can't.
Yeah, they pop.
Speaking of dates, I went on a date with one guy who like popped my toes like first date, and I was like, nah, I'm good.
Then let's go, Kelly. Can I?
It's
Can
a
I
new
take you-
podcast. We've
Can
just
I
started
take you
a
on
new
a date?
podcast.
Can I take you
No.
on a real date, Kelly? I will be so good to you, Kelly.
Kelly, we just started
This-
a new
this is not
podcast.
good.
It's just it's the Kelly Files.
Kelly, we're
doing the Kelly Files.
I'll take you on a date. I will.
We can't call anything files now.
I'll date the hell out of you. Like,
That word's been erased. from
I
our
didn't mean it like that.
vocabulary.
I wasn't even thinking like that. You're right though. You're absolutely right. No, we'll call it.
Yeah.
We'll call it.
Kelly Files sounds real close to something else.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. No, we have
you
to call it Kelly
deserve
Confidential.
better. You
Kelly
and
Confidential.
Beth deserve better.
You bet.
We
Me
call it
Beth.
Kelly Confidential.
Everyone
I need to-
deserves better on this show.
I just need to hear all the dating stories because, God, girl, what?
I like that we went from.
He was
feet-
like a yoga teacher or whatever.
How did we? Oh, okay.
I love
Yeah.
that every single section we've talked about, Kelly's like, well, I went on a date with a guy.
The name is Blanche Elizabeth Devereaux.
Seriously. Bed.
Sorry. Anyway.
No, I love it. That was
Kelly
And I was like, I
Elizabeth
never want my
Devereaux.
toes popped again. It really hurt, kind of,
Yeah. Did he pulled them?
Yeah, just like, he was like massaging my feet and then like, pulled my toes.
Rearrange them.
I knew this guy prior to the first date. I do need to say
Okay.
that. So there was like some history,
Okay.
but not
This
enough.
is- I'm
Yeah.
learning so much of what not to do, and that I'm not doing things wrong either.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, so much of what not to do, but you never would have thought to do that anyway.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
Oh,
watch the Traitors while I pop your toes.
oh my God, yo, we'll watch the last episode of Traitors while I pop your toes. Yeah.
This is fantastic.
Also, would you like a
Happy to be
sedative
a
or something
part
to
of it.
quiet your nerves?
Yes. when she talked about the feet, I did think about Jim Carrey in Dumb and Dumber, where they're sawing his toenails. That's what I thought about poor Beth having to deal with.
Oh my gosh. I wrote something about Dumb and Dumber in my
I
notes.
thought you were going to say I went on a date with.
Oh no, never mind. I just wrote Teresa's like Jim Carrey in Dumb and Dumber, where he's like, "So you're saying there's a chance?"
Yes, she is.
There's a chance. Yeah, Teresa is like that.
I love
Okay,
that.
and we're almost to that because I'm at the end of my notes here. Basically, what happens next? Sheridan and Pilar. Oh wait, where's Beth's? Okay, she thought her mom was dead. I just watched that clip. We just watched that clip.
She's not.
Beth goes in and talks to her mother, and she
Tries to smother like sleeping with the enemy, like Julia Roberts style.
So, because what's her name? Edna's like knocked out, but Beth is like, "Damn you, mother! Have you no decency at all? Couldn't you just die?" See, that's how we would talk about Antonio. Have you no decency at all? Just die.
Can he just die?
Yeah. And she
Seriously.
says, "I thought you'd finally done one right thing in your miserable life, but no, you couldn't just leave me here in peace. Not you." Louise comes to like check on her. She like has grabbed a pillow and is seemingly about to smother Edna. And Luis walks in to like check on her, and he's like, "Oh, Beth, what the hell's going on here?" And she's like, "Oh, I was just like fluffing mother's pillow, but she's so heavy I can't lift her head to put the pillow under, whatever." And so sorry, he walks in, Beth seems to be about to smother her. Was there anything else to that conversation?
It just kind of if I'm
Oh,
not
like
mistaken- yeah.
I think
I was
that's
just
like
gonna
it.
say, like she basically like Edna tried to warn him, and then he was like, "Oh, what's up?" And then
Yeah.
Beth threatened Edna, and then the end
Yeah, because he goes back to talk with Sheridan some more.
Yeah. That's exactly
about moving out of town.
That's exactly
Yes.
what I have. So let's move on to that note. So Pilar and Sheridan have been having like this conversation wherein Pilar has been like guilting Sheridan. And then Luis and Sheridan have a conversation. And I have the clip, I think. You have a conversation about running off.
Stupid.
Running away if Antonio dies.
I'm ready to fight. Or not
Are
fight,
you?
just-
You ready to fight?
Not ready to fight. I'm ready to be mad. There we go.
I'm ready to pop someone's toes.
Okay. So I have
No, we're
two
not
clips.
fighting here. I'm ready to just lament.
I have two clips here. Here we go. God, no. I have like an aversion to feet, and now I'm thinking maybe it has to do with me having to like do that with my dad's feet when I'm
Probably.
We are doing some deep therapy today.
On a cellular level, you are adverse to feet.
Catchphrase.
level.
A new catchphrase has been unlocked.
I don't like touching feet, and I don't like my feet being touched. I don't like it.
I'm
So-
okay with feet.
I like an 11. Like 11ing is basically you lay one direction on the couch and then the person lays the other direction, and then you just both get a foot massage.
That's two of my worst.
Are you busy on Friday? Do you want to fly over there?
Eric's gonna catch the Concorde.
The red eye.
Okay. Let's watch these.
I have pretty feet. I've always been told that pretty feet.
Okay, and that's enough foot talk. If you want to be done by 5:30, I say tighten up.
Yes, we're good.
We still have Eve, TC, Simone, Whitney, and Teresa and Ethan.
I know. So if y'all want to wrap this
Ivy
thing
has
up,
nice feet. Ivy has nice feet.
I said
She does
that's
have
enough
nice
foot
feet,
talk.
yeah.
Do you want me to end you on this call? I will mute you and turn your video off.
Oh
I said that is enough.
Okay, Mom.
And she's standing 10 toes down.
Enough is enough. Don't do it. Don't you fucking do it. Okay. All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna play my damn clip.
Play the
Shit.
clip. Run
Here's
the clip.
Shit.
Why is Sheridan walking like
So
that?
scared. What if Antonio doesn't pull through this?
Sheridan, look, we're gonna face this together. Come on, I love you. I'm not gonna let you go through this alone.
He can't die. He just cannot die.
Look, you remember what we talked about before, right? Sheridan, if Antonio dies, it's not gonna be easy for us to live together in harmony.
Why not? He was gonna
Anytime people
die.
would see us together, we would think that they blamed us. Even if Antonio's death weren't our fault, it would just be unbearable.
So if Antonio doesn't make it, we'll leave Harmony. Sheridan will find somewhere else to live. I've already been looking into other places in the country. I've even checked about transferring to a new police department.
But it seemed like we were running away.
It would be for the best.
Sorry, I have to pause.
Sheridan would be...
Yes, please.
Remember when he said to Beth, no matter what happens, I'll be there for you. I'll even move into your house if you want me to. But now you're talking to Sheridan telling her, I've been looking up jobs in other places. I have been looking at other places for us to fucking live.
He's a liar.
When did you fucking do that, Luis? When did that happen? Because you just told Beth that you would move into her house and support her emotionally and financially. What the
And
fuck?
financially,
And
yeah.
it's not like he and Sheridan have had another conversation or some revelation has happened. Nothing has changed.
Well, no, didn't they have a revelation that he showed up at the courthouse, though?
No, well, that was before. I'm talking about today.
Right now,
there's been no
seconds.
Yeah, there's been no revelation between the time when he told Beth that he would be there for her and move into her house to this moment when he's telling Sheridan that they need to run away.
I did research. Here's the other thing that really upsets me. I know the citizens of Harmony are fucking stupid, and I'm talking about all the B, C, D players that are just walking around the wharf, walking around the Love Noodle place, the Lobster Shack. Everybody knows that you all fucked for years and years and years. They're already looking at you ugly for marrying the brother of the guy that you were supposed to be with. They're already doing that. So you being embarrassed is stupid. It's a stupid thing.
My thing is, I don't even think anybody gives a shit. That's my thing.
I think a lot of people would actually prefer them together.
Yes.
They were like, why did you marry Antonio?
All are accustomed to.
Literally
Antonio.
Everybody in this town that they know, all their friends and stuff, have been supportive of them and saying like, oh my gosh, this must be so hard for you.
Yeah.
They would understand. Like Antonio, everybody knows, literally everybody but Antonio knows that the only reason Sheridan was even staying with him was so he wouldn't die, right? Like to try to keep him alive longer. But everybody also knew, thanks to Eve, that he was gonna die eventually. Like that he's on his slow march to death, but his march has been hastened. And so it's like two different sets of writers wrote these episodes.
Remember some random wait staff or hotel person that was like, I never saw love like theirs before. Yep. Everybody roots for these two people, not him.
Yeah,
so,
it was like thank you for bringing that up. The waiters at the fucking Lobster Shack was like, man, it's so unfortunate that they're not together anymore. Like,
I never saw love like that before.
Yeah. Yep. So anyway, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I love this.
But this was like the one thing this week that there were two things this week that really got me heated, but this was like the main thing that really got me heated. The other thing was the fact that they have linked Kay proving that Tabitha is a witch to proving that Ivy and David are in cahoots, and that was annoying. But this was more annoying. Because it's nonsensical. It's like,
it makes no sense.
Completely nonsensical. It's bad writing. They didn't even remember what they wrote 5 minutes ago. Like, why is Luis saying this?
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense for him to say this stuff to Sheridan. But it doesn't make sense in the context of what
why continue this story with Beth? Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, let's see what else he says. There's a lie.
A fresh start. After everything that's happened, we can use that. I'm sure you're right. There's just too many memories here. And if Antonio dies, then we're constantly going to be reminded that his death allowed us to be together. We're going to have to live with that every day.
It'd just be too hard.
We're going to see it in people's eyes whenever they look at us. It doesn't matter if they feel that way, because their own guilt's gonna make us think that they do.
Yes.
Sheridan's gonna eat away at us. I don't want that. No, we've done nothing wrong.
And also, Luis
Guilt is a strange, insidious thing, and I'm just afraid if we stay in harmony, it's gonna creep into our lives.
I'm afraid you're right.
How can she hear them?
Okay.
That's what I wrote.
It's gonna work out for us, you know? If Antonio dies, we'll leave Harmony right after the funeral. We'll leave here for good.
No way. I'll let that happen. No way Sheridan will take Luis away. He's staying right here with me.
That's right. Staying right here with you.
Good. Listen, this is what I was saying I want to fight. It's not that I want to fight with anybody. I'm just saying I'm so mad that they have, this is so, and y'all kind of talked about this before in different episodes of the podcast. This is so out of character for Luis. Luis would never leave that damn family. He has been proud to have stuck by Pilar throughout this whole thing. He has specifically lorded over Antonio that he stayed and was a man after Papa left, and we know that motherfucker left for horrible ass reasons. Antonio left for selfish ass reasons, and Luis would never leave Teresa and Miguel and Pilar ever.
Right after, like, imagine Antonio dies and then Luis leaves.
Yeah, like
Pilar
the
would
next
be
day.
like, kill me now.
Yeah.
Kill me now.
Yeah.
Also, they're not guilty or like murderers. It's like very weird that they're like playing it like that. It's like, no, the dude was in a car accident. He was gonna die, and you prolonged it. Honestly,
yeah. And Luis has never been talking like this. This is the first time we've heard Luis talk about like, oh, the guilt's gonna get to us, and he
doesn't give a shit what people think.
Exactly, he usually is the one that's like, I don't give a damn what people think. Like, I love you, Sheridan. I'm gonna be with you, and so it's just weird to me that they've almost like they've written Sheridan's lines, but have Luis saying them.
Mm-hmm.
And like that's not the Luis I know or love, to be honest. And maybe this is the imposter. Maybe it's the imposter with the mask again.
I've seen those masks do incredible things on TikTok.
Because this is not my Luis. I don't like this one bit. Because like you said, I don't see Luis leaving town. He has been saying over the last few weeks that if it came down to him choosing Sheridan or his family, he would choose Sheridan over his family. And we have kind of talked about how I don't feel like that's necessarily in his character either. Like, Luis loves his family so much, and he's done so much to take care of them that it doesn't make sense that he would leave them. So what I imagine is happening here is that they started throwing that in to kind of prime us for like, yeah, Luis would leave his family behind. But I have, I don't know, 850 to 870 episodes to the contrary, that's not what Luis would do or say. Just because you brought it up in the last 20 episodes does not mean that I believe this about this character. You're going to have to do a lot more work than that.
Because he would not break up with Beth to take care of this family. Apparently, you know, unless that's been an excuse this whole time, and he was like, I don't like Beth. But that's not the story that they fed us. I'm sure there's a subconscious level to like that, where he was just like, I'm not digging this. But the narrative that they gave us always has been he had to break up with Beth because he needed to focus on the family.
Right. Focus on the family. So, yeah, I have one more clip, and then we're on to the next portion of this. But this is just the rest of that conversation between Sheridan and Luis.
So we'll move as far away from here as we can get. We'll change our names if we have to, whatever it takes to make a fresh start.
But how can we? I mean, no matter how far I run, I will never be able to outrun my responsibility in Antonio's death.
No, Sheridan, this isn't your fault.
But he was in the car race where he had the accident because he was trying to pay off my gambling debts.
Yeah, but no one forced him to race.
I am guilty. I'm at fault here.
No, if anyone's at fault here, it's Alistair.
My father.
The fuck?
Sheridan, the damage that he's done to you, The lies that he's told you your whole life? I'm blaming you for your mother's death? Even blaming you for my father's death? Sheridan, it's not true. When you were just a little girl, you didn't do anything wrong. I hate your father for making you think that you somehow caused your mother's death. Sheridan, I still see the scars of him pounding you with that guilt.
No, this is different.
No, Sheridan, this is exactly the same. And his sick accusations they're making you feel responsible for what's happened to Antonio.
I am.
No, Sheridan. Sheridan, this isn't your fault. These things happen. And your mother died because she was ill, and come on, nobody knows what happened to my father, and look, if Antonio dies, it's because of what happened in the car accident. It's not because of you. No one is to blame.
I want to believe that.
Shouldn't believe it. Come on, you're a good person. You're a loving person. Be together, huh? I'll take care of you. We can have a wonderful life.
You are to blame, Sheridan. You may have fooled Luis, but I know who and what you really are. And a good person isn't it. Oh, I will never let Luis ruin his own life for you. Never.
Crazy. But I agree with her comment.
Sheridan, you're not to blame for any of this, okay?
You can say that. But I can't escape the feeling that if it weren't for me, Antonio would not be lying in there.
That's not your fault. But one thing is certain, if we stay in harmony, there's just too many reminders. All right, things here that are somehow going to make you believe that this is your fault. I'm not going to be able to stand that. I want you to be happy. And I want you to be able to put all this behind you.
If we go away, you'll have to leave your family. It means so much to you.
You mean more.
To tear you away from them.
It's my decision.
No, it would be too hard on you.
Sure, I want to be with you. Okay? With you. No matter what.
I want to be with you too.
Well, like I told you, I will leave my family. All right, I will give up my chance at heaven, anything, right, everything to be with you. We'll have our own family, our children. They'll be our family.
Children.
We'll have lots of them. Remember, like we talked about? Be happy. Just have to think positively, okay?
It's just not doing it for me. It's just not doing it for me.
No.
It's just like very like, I mean, I understand where he's coming from. Like, oh, this is like kind of like a similar trauma as like Alistair inflicted on you. So you're having like if it's hysterical, it's historical kind of vibe. I get that. But like his like whole, I don't know, the rest of it where he's like, I give up my place in heaven for you. Like that's just,
he's taking it too far.
Yeah.
So when his line of reasoning, when he talks about Alistair, I was like, yeah, ding, ding, ding. That's absolutely that is such a smart, like, understanding of the situation for Sheridan. Like, I think we definitely have to take that into account. The fact that she has so much guilt about thinking that she was a murderess, that she thought she had killed her own mother, and she thought she had killed Luis's father, and she thought that she was like this horrible person, and she has all these psychological scars from her childhood. And so she's susceptible to feeling very guilty and feeling like she is culpable for other horrible things that happen to other people, right? Just by virtue of her being in the vicinity. Now, where Luis lost me and loses me is, him saying we can start I will leave my family behind. I'll give up my place in heaven. You gonna say that?
No one's asking you to do that. Like, that's weird.
Yeah, and also, like, what about you and Sheridan being together would be you giving up your place in heaven? What are you planning to do? You know what I mean? Like, that you would end up in hell. I mean, I guess maybe there's some Catholic stuff that I don't know about. But like, if she annuls her marriage to Antonio, or he would be dead. They're talking as if he would be dead, actually. Like, not that so they wouldn't be doing anything wrong.
No, she honored her obligations. It's just guilt, and then how people are looking at them. Who cares about that shit? Like, they all of Harmony knows that y'all were together before that guy ever showed up.
Yeah.
If anything, Luis is like, let's move away because, like, I promised Beth the sun, moon, and stars, and I'm actually just gonna go right back to you. So
yeah, I mean, I've already raged about it. I'm happy
you did.
Very frustrated
really
with
bad
that.
writing.
I'm very frustrated about it. What he had no business going to tell Beth. Sheridan and I are finished. We just had a conversation about it. I'll be there for you. I'm not going to abandon you, Beth. Okay, wait a minute.
Brother, this guy stinks!
Oh, we got to start from the beginning.
Brother, this guy stinks!
Yeah.
Oh, how the Antonio table.
Yeah, he got the Antonio button.
Lopez
He got the Antonio button because what the hell was that?
Yeah, you're right.
What the hell is that?
It is weird.
Yeah, so that's where we are with them. Then Antonio's like monitors start going off again, and a doctor comes in and says like there's no brainwave activity. He's like going brain dead. He's already been brain dead in my opinion, but they say there's no brainwave activity. Everybody's like, oh my God, he can't die. Antonio can't die. This is what we've been waiting on.
Yeah.
I know we gave him the experimental drug, but Eve was very clear that it was a Hail Mary and it probably wouldn't work.
Yes.
So I don't know, whatever. Tensions are high. Everybody's all worried about Antonio, but then they do get his wave pattern back or whatever. They're like, oh, his brain pattern is showing some more, or is showing up on the scans again. So, it's touch and go, whatever. Yes, that's where we end off with him.
The very last frame is his eyes opened up.
Oh, for real? I missed that.
Yeah. I don't blame you.
I'm glad I missed it.
The reason I remember and I have it in my notes was that I was like, ugh.
I know.
Oh no, I'm glad I missed that. That would have ruined my night. Oh my God.
His eyes opened up. It was the very last second of the episode.
I think he stays in this coma for a while.
Yeah, because I think I remember like Luis and Sheridan boning in the like bed next to.
I wouldn't put it past them.
Coma,
Antonio.
Yeah.
Come on, let's go. To the next segment. Teresa,
Ethan, Gwen, all the stuff that's going on at the mansion. Okay. So Teresa, Fox, Ethan, and Gwen had all gone to the hospital when they found out about Antonio's and Sheridan having to make that decision about giving him that drug or whatever. So they went there to be like support, and then they make their way. They make their way back home. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I didn't clip this shit because it was nasty as hell. Julian and Rebecca.
Oh my God, yes.
Are doing an little orphan Annie like sex play game as Little Orphan Annie and Daddy Warbucks. It was disgusting. And like considering the things that have been going on in the news, I was like, no, I will not be clipping this. It was so gross. Also, I probably would have gotten a copyright strike because it was playing Easy Street. Easy Street.
I can't believe they went there. That was crazy.
It was disgusting.
Like, I just was like, this actually was on TV.
No,
like,
I was watching it on live. I'll have to find my reaction because I have the live video. I'll have to find, because I was reacting in real time and I was disgusted. I was like,
what were people putting?
God.
Did anybody write anything funny in the chat?
I was too distracted. I couldn't keep up with the chat. I'm trying to take notes. I'm trying to keep up with what the hell was going on.
Daddy Warbucks. What a big wad of cash you have.
Yeah, totally. That was crazy. I was like, oh my God.
I can't wait to make a deposit.
Ugh, I was grossed out. So Julian has pulled out in the middle of the he's withdrawn a large cash. He's made a large cash withdrawal, and he has $1 million in a bag. They have like loose bills worth $1 million.
Wolf of Wall Street style.
Yeah, and what's her name? Rebecca. Rebecca says, you know what we should do? We should make love on a big pile of money. And so that's basically what they're doing when Teresa Fox and Ethan and Gwen all come back from the hospital, because they're doing this in the living room. They're doing it in the living room.
Crazy.
So they see that they have all this money. Fox is like, this must be $1 million here. What do you need $1 million for? Julian's like, I always like to keep some cash on hand for emergencies. And Fox is like, $1 million? He's like, well, you never know. And then he finds the deposit, or like, I think called a deposit slip or withdrawal slip. He finds the withdrawal slip. He's like, this is from tonight. You called your banker in the middle of the night, in the middle of a blizzard, to withdraw $1 million in emergency cash. Why? They skirt the issue, obviously. They don't tell them what's going on. But basically what is happening, if you don't remember, Rebecca has some sort of informant who has some sort of information on Teresa. She herself does not know what the information is, but this informant wanted $1 million for the information. And so, yeah, Julian's like, I don't have to tell you anything. This is my money. I want it now. So, J.G. Wentworth. 877 cash now. He called J.G. Wentworth to get his money out now, his $1 million. Oh, no. Yep. I have a wife I don't want, and I need cash now. I need to get rid of my wife, and I need cash now. That's basically what he did.
They're not a sponsor, but they could be.
But I could. J.G. Wentworth, hit me up. I don't even know what y'all really do, but I'm happy to.
Yes, seriously.
I don't know what you do, but
I'm happy to sing the ad. I'm happy.
All of a sudden, like halfway through the episode, just cuts to you singing this ad. Like you're like, Passions Podcast is now sponsored by
J.G. Wentworth.
Call J.G. Wentworth. Yep. So anyway, Julian says, I will not have my wasteful wife or my wayward son question me about what I do with my money. And Teresa's like, you mean our money, Julian? Make sure this room is neat when you leave. Whatever. Oh, she tells him. She says, Ivy wouldn't let the staff clean up earlier, and look what happened to her. Julian says, are you threatening me?
Yeah.
Yeah, and she says, I'm just putting you on notice. I'm going upstairs to feed little Ethan. If you and Rebecca insist on engaging in any more deviant debauchery, get a motel room. So
there's a lot of jabs in this. Fox says something like, we should sue you for mental anguish.
Yeah.
To which Teresa's like, good one, Fox. To he responds, thanks, Mom. I don't care what you do or how many donkeys it takes you to do it. Just don't do it here in the living room. There was a lot of good jabs. I just, should I rather call you an old whore at some point?
Yeah, there was a lot.
And then Julian's like, that's not wrong. I mean, like, it was just like jab, 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 jab.
Julian didn't stand up for Rebecca at one point when Teresa called her like an old whore. And Julian's like, well, if the shoe fits. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Then Ethan makes a crack about being glad he's not a crane anymore. Well, get the fuck out of here. Well,
seriously.
I call that bullshit. He still has to be butthurt over that. Like,
yeah, that's why. That's part of the reason. Like, he wants to be there. He says for Ivy or whatever. Well, Ivy's gone now, right? He really wanted to be there, I think, partially because of Teresa, but yeah, he also, I think he wants to be there because it's his home. Like, to be fair to
all he's
Ethan,
ever known.
That is his home. So, like, you know, he feels comfortable there, even though he's not a crane. Anyway, but he says, you know what? Maybe this is the sign we needed to move out. Maybe you were right, Gwen, we need to go on and move out of here. And Gwen's like, oh, honey, really? And she's all excited because he is saying, yeah, you know what? We can pack our things and we can leave in the morning. And then Rebecca hears that and she's like, Gwenny, can I talk to you? So Gwen and Rebecca have a conversation by themselves. So Rebecca asks to speak with Gwen alone, and Rebecca tells her that she and Ethan have to stay in the mansion. And that's when Gwen says, are you as crazy as you look in that outfit? After what Teresa did to Ethan's mother tonight, throwing Ivy out into a blizzard, he has every intention of moving out, and I agree with him. And I think that you should consider getting new digs too before Teresa gives you the boot. Rebecca, never. I'm staying right here. I'm staying here with Caroline. Sorry.
I love a gypsy reference.
Yeah, sorry. I'm staying here.
Gwen calls Ivy and Rebecca Lucy and Ethel, which I thought was pretty funny.
Mm-hmm. She's like, you're like Lucy and Ethel, and we're in some kind of weird episode of I Love Lucy where Miss Trunchbull or I can't remember.
Yeah, somebody's trying to kick y'all out of the house, and y'all keep trying to figure out how to stay in here.
Yeah. And Gwen asked her, why would you want to stay here? Teresa called you an old whore, and Julian was too cowed by her to even defend you. Little Miss Guacamole has completely taken over this house. Womp womp. Rebecca then explains about the money because she was like, what's going on with this money? Rebecca's like, listen, I have a plan to get rid of Teresa, and that's what this money is for. And as soon as my informant comes through, I'm going to give him the money, and Teresa will be out on her little tush as faster than you can say, I don't know, Taco Bell, whatever.
She'll be back to the barrio where she belongs.
Yeah.
There is no barrio in Harmony, I can tell you that. So all of that, Fox has overheard all of this.
Right.
With his Ryan Guevara hair.
Fox, Fox has overheard everything. One of the things that's
they jab him too. She says she says something and I think it's just again to give Fox a little bit more depth that they say something like Ethan will be a shoo-in to take over Crane Industries. She's like, they would never pick Fox. So I think it's again just to give him some more meat on the bones for his character.
Yeah. So basically she's telling Gwen you and Ethan need to be here in the mansion because if you leave, you're out of sight, out of mind. And as long as you're here, and once I marry Julian, just recapping that plan that we haven't heard in a while, which is that once she marries Julian, she will get Julian to reinstate Ethan as a Crane, and he'll get to take over Crane Industries, whatever.
And again, like many of you said, it's Alistair that's going to make that choice. It's not Julian.
Yeah. And so she says, now you have to keep Ethan front and center if you want him to regain his position with the Cranes. Gwen agrees. She says, you know what, Mother, you're right. And she agrees. She says, well, I already told him I want to move out, so I don't know. I'm going to have to go upstairs and convince him to stay in the mansion with my pussy, I guess.
It's a woman's prerogative to change her mind, Gwenny.
Yeah, basically. And so, Fox was listening outside. He goes upstairs to tattletale to stepmommy. And he goes upstairs to tell her, basically, hey, they're down there plotting on you. They have something on you. Rebecca says she has an informant that has something on you. Teresa very genuinely is like, I haven't done anything. Okay, so she doesn't care because she's like, it's nothing. She's going to waste her $1 million because there's nothing that she could have on me. And because Teresa knows what lies she told and what lies she didn't tell, right? And so she's like, all my lies have come out already. Except for the one about her keeping Ethan from getting a job. That hasn't come out yet. But
does that come out?
Huh?
I don't think that comes out, does it?
I doubt it.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like it's not like a big enough secret that it needs to be exposed at some point. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It was just a way to keep Ethan close to Teresa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prior to that, Ethan and Teresa have a conversation about.
Oh yeah.
Yes, but I can recap that very fast.
You do it. I didn't even write it down. See, I told you my notes were a mess.
It's the same
teddy
old,
bear.
It's the same old, same old.
Well,
yes,
I think I wrote somewhere that Ethan goes into Teresa's room under the guise of giving back a teddy bear. Like he didn't need to go in.
No business being in there. It really is clear. Like Teresa's had just finished feeding little Ethan, and he's like, oh, Ethan's like, I think I'm gonna leave. He's like, well. She's like, well, he's really gonna miss his godfather so much, and he's like, seeing you with him like that reminds me of the old you, the kind you, the way you were, because I still can't believe that you talked to my mom the way you did. And she's like, you didn't hear, like she said, no, she didn't say you didn't hear. She said said terrible things about me, and it just kind of stalemated there. And it's just like, I'm leaving. Like, I have to go. So he goes, and then it ends with Gwen and Ethan making out and preparing to make love.
Yeah. Well, so I'm glad you brought that up, because I do want to touch on what Teresa and Ethan talked about just a little bit lightly. Particularly the portion where he says, seeing you with a baby reminds me of the old you, the nice you, the kind you, the sweet you, blah, 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 right? I have been saying for a while that Ethan has an idealized version of Teresa in his head, a person that she never fully was, right?
He wants the doe-eyed, naive.
He wants the Mary, not the Mary Magdalene.
Exactly. He wants the little girl that he met and who was like fawning over him and all, and she still fawns over him, but she has an edge to her now, right? Yeah. And so. And she's standing up for herself. He wants her to just be a victim, a perpetual victim. That's what he wants from her. So, whatever. I hate Ethan, so I'm going to say that.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I don't like him.
Ethan and Luis on par right now.
Yep. Well, Luis caught that because... It wasn't necessarily his fault. It's the writing. It's the writing more so. Like this, what Ethan is doing is very much in his character. Mm-hmm. It's very much part of his character.
Also, his hair looks like Captain Von Trapp right now.
You know, I
like straight up. Oh my God! Yes, 100%.
Blow that whistle at me, baby. You know what I'm saying? I used to love Captain Rex Harrison. Is that Rex Harrison?
No, Christopher Plummer.
Rex Harrison is in My Fair Lady.
My Fair Lady.
Yeah, he did it for me too. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not gonna lie.
All wanted about him to teach you how to be a proper lady.
Teach me how to be a proper lady, please. Show me how to pop this pussy. So
I will say, in My Fair Lady fashion, you pop that pussy in the rain in Spain.
Oh my God.
The rain in Spain stays mainly on my pussy.
Oh my God.
Oh, beep, bleep.
Somebody's going to write a 5-star review just because of that.
I have found this podcast to be unnecessarily vulgar.
Disgusting.
Oh yeah, totally.
And it was a Kelly and Eric combo that made it this nasty.
Miss Nasty. Okay, so
it was DMX. I still blame DMX.
that was a rough moment. I'm not.
I want it out. Delete it.
Hilarious. No, it's staying in.
It stays. If we took it out now, people would be like, "What DMX are we talking about?" Stays.
Okay. So yeah. Anything we need to talk about? Fox and Teresa talk, and Teresa's like,
no. I do want to say one thing because I know I want to get out of here. Like, just in terms of like take care of us as a team. But I have always wanted to say it boggles my mind that Julian is not enamored with Fox. They are peas in a pod. Like, it makes so much sense that he would just be like, yeah, he would be that uncle, that dad figure that's like, who are you hooking up with? Like, where are we going? Like, take me out. Let's go. Like, it just living through Fox makes so much sense that it's so interesting that they do not play into that at all.
I'm going to say something, though, that this might be a reach, but I kind of think Julian doesn't really like himself. So since he doesn't
I can see that. Yes. No, I can. I mean, when you think of Julian's trajectory from the beginning all the way to the end, that if he sees Fox doing the errors of his ways, that he doesn't like it.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. There's so much to explore there, and they don't do the shit that I would love to see. Because
I would
think
love for
Fox
us to be able to
dynamic character.
Have do an expanded conversation about like Fox and Julian and like their similarities, and talk about like Julian's like psychology and why he doesn't like himself, and why by extension he doesn't like Fox, because Fox really is a chip off the old block.
Yeah.
And so
he definitely wants to be the man that Eve would want. Like that's his goal in life, but it's just not the way the cards were dealt. Now he can see this mini version of him running around being a philanderer, like spending money, doing all this shit that he used to do, and he's like,
and
I don't like
does.
this. Yes, yeah. And doing it right now.
Warbucks.
I mean,
doing
like,
exactly right now. Yeah.
so anyway, I just always, because I haven't been on in a minute, I love Fox. I love Justin Hartley.
Me too.
I'm just impressed by.
He's my favorite.
Watching
right
him
now.
acting here, his acting is so much like. Look at John and look at Fox. There is a huge degree of talent. There's a
Fox is
You can also like
John.
tell that like Teresa and Fox like each other in real life. Like
No,
they
that
let it
they have
slip, which is
such
cool.
They have great
synergy,
chemistry.
such chemistry. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to throw that in there real quick because I just hadn't been able to throw.
Yeah. I'm sorry to be rushing y'all. I am.
No. I don't feel that way. I'm just saying. I know.
Hey, dude, it's almost
It's
11
more about
here,
Kelly. I feel bad for Kelly. It's like the middle of the night, and I really I don't want her, like, I can see her yawning.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm like, I'm here.
I'm trying to get her through this. Okay, so
are we on to the next now?
we're on to the next.
We are.
Well, actually, we have to talk about Ethan and Gwen. Gwen goes back upstairs, and she convinces Ethan to stay in the
because he wants to stay because of Teresa.
No, sorry, I refuse to zoom through this moment because I got to say this. She lies. And as much as Maria loves to say, oh, Teresa lies. She lies about this. She lies about that. She's a liar. Gwen is a fucking liar because she goes upstairs and she tells Ethan, you know what, honey? I don't think we should move out yet. It'll just take so long. She doesn't tell him, I think we shouldn't move out yet because you need to stay front and center. Because I'm plotting on you, because I'm scheming on you to get you back into being a crane, doing the exact same kind of shit that Teresa was doing. Hello. I'm just saying. So
This is me picturing Maria on the train being like, and if you're not on the Patreon, you can't see this video. Sorry, this is a video clip being like.
no, her on her phone, like on the Discord, like furiously typing.
And by the way,
furiously typing, like, Gwen had a reason. She couldn't go up there and tell him
she's
that.
got it. She'll come back.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm so
she
excited.
couldn't go up there, and I get it. She couldn't go up there and tell him, like, I'm plotting on you, but she is plotting on him. Let's be clear. And she's listening to her mother.
Yeah.
And as I've said time and time again, because one of the defenses that I get of Gwen is that, well, it really wasn't Gwen's idea. It was Rebecca's idea. She's a grown woman, and she's listening to this nonsense from her mother, who's dressed like little orphan Annie.
Totally.
Hello, like, this woman is not a fount of wisdom. So I don't know. So anyway, Gwen tells him that she's going to be pounding the pavement to go and find that it might take a few days. Knowing she has no intention of moving out of the mansion. No, none whatsoever. So now this is why they're staying in the mansion. But Teresa's will be happy about this. This is going to work out in her favor. So
that's like, the Dumb and Dumber comment where, so you're saying there's a chance because Fox was like, why are you happy about this?
Yep. Yeah, because he tells her that Gwen and Rebecca had that conversation wherein Rebecca convinced Gwen to stay at the mansion. And so then Teresa's happy that they're going to be staying at the mansion. Even though they're together and in the next room having sex as we speak. Yeah, so they do that. They have sex. Moving on to Chad and Whitney. There's not a lot here, but there's something interesting. So
crazy.
Chad is sleeping on the couch at the Russell home because they crashed their car like last week trying to get home, and he can't walk home in the snow. I'm sure he lives at the studio now. And so he's asleep on the couch. Whitney sneaks down the stairs and gets on the couch with him, starts making out with him. Girl, this is the living room in your home where your parents are. And Simone, hello.
You know who taught her that? Teresa.
Yeah,
remember Teresa and Ethan were on that pull-out couch.
Always wearing like I feel like as a child I wanted to wear like pajamas like them, and I had like a few because like they're always wearing like these silk onesies or like teddies Passions, or whatever or
Passions
robes.
And the Golden Girls made me think that girls had frilly, beautiful little
Passions and Gossip Girl made me think that, where I'm like, do we just wear silk robes and like slippers all the time?
Meanwhile, you're just wearing like warmers and
I come from
large shirts that make you feel comfy.
I come from a nightgown family for sure. Like we wear nightgown. Well, I don't sleep in anything. That's a little something about me. I can't. I have a very hard time sleeping in anything. I feel constricted or whatever. However, I have a giant tub of like nightgowns and muumuus and like slips that I just wear around the house. That is what I wear around the house. That kind of stuff. Although I don't wear like the
Passions has infiltrated.
So I can't be walking around in spaghetti straps all the time. But yeah, nightgowns. I love a nightgown. Always have.
Yeah, she looks pretty. Whitney looks beautiful.
Whitney's gorgeous.
Always.
Oh,
always.
God. Sometimes I'm like, sometimes it makes me want to kill myself. No, I'm just.
Oh my goodness.
Remember, these are things we can say on the podcast and not on TikTok Live.
Exactly.
You had to check me the other day because I said something about a gun and I was sorry, I forget.
The thing is, you know what I said? And I got restricted. When I said Jean-Luc is crap. I said Jean-Luc is crap. And my live got restricted, and that's how I was like, we can't say anything over here.
Because Jean-Luc works for TikTok.
For harassment or bullying, because the TikTok caught me heard me say somebody was crap, and then they thought it was bullying. Yeah, harassment and bullying, and it's like, this is a fictional character from a TV show. From
like Jean-Luc is crap. He tried to explode the car that Sheridan was driving.
TikTok Jean-Luc got exploded in the car that Sheridan.
Oh, yeah, you're right. But did they later try to explode her car?
Yes. It was the same goons, Roger and Pierre.
Yeah.
How do y'all remember?
We're taking it all the way back.
How do y'all remember this stuff?
The first 2 seasons of Passions are peak Passions for me.
This is why I don't read.
Honestly, watching it from the beginning, I'm just like, man, I kind of miss some of those earlier seasons. Like, yeah.
When with like the faded couples and the magic and like just like the drama that actually moved.
And we're like getting because when we first start, it's like they have to start giving us stuff to cling to and teaching us about who these characters are. And so it was. I'm enjoying rewatching it. So if y'all want to come and watch on my live, come check out go to my TikTok and there's probably a schedule of the live up by now. Maybe, hopefully, we'll see. Anyway,
I gotta re-download TikTok. I don't have TikTok on my phone.
I know a lot of people got rid of it, but I was just like, whatever. Whatever. So, I mean, we live in hell.
Exactly.
We live in hell, and TikTok makes me happy.
You sound like Wendy Williams. This is the worst.
No, this is the worst.
This is the worst.
No, this is the worst.
This is the worst.
Seriously.
Okay, so
Chad and Whitney are kissing on the couch.
Yeah, on the couch. I'm on my first note. On the couch. Simone, of course, comes down the stairs, sees them together. She doesn't see them kissing. When she comes down the stairs, she sees them talking first. She says from where she's standing, she's like, gosh, I can't hear them. I don't know what they're saying, what Whitney's saying, but I'm sure Whitney's trying to seduce poor Chad. Keep that in mind. She says out of her mouth that she cannot hear them. And I've said this before, but I really wish Passions would come up with what the rules are for when they can and can't hear people, right? Because later on, she stands in that exact same spot, but she hears what they're saying. And they weren't talking any louder. And I don't know, they just pick and choose what they want them to hear, but the physics don't make sense. Yeah. So, Anyway, she says she can't hear what's going on, but she says, but it's obvious that Whitney is trying to seduce poor Chad. This is the conversation they're having. Chad tells her, well, I just wish that we could be together. Whitney says, so do I, but I just can't hurt Simone with the truth right now. I mean, she's had enough upset dealing with Kay's life being completely ruined. If we pull the rug out from under her now, it could destroy her. She don't give a fuck about what's going on with Kay.
I also just like, this is every plot right now. Is like, oh, it could destroy him. Or, oh, it could kill him. It could. It's
annoying.
Like whatever. And it's just like, why is this the plot?
Yeah, I think I would appreciate this I think I would appreciate this more if she was still sticking with the Simone's emotionally unwell.
Because clearly
she is.
Yeah, I think I would appreciate it more because I feel like it would work more. Like with them showing Simone with the knife and everything, it's like, yeah, Simone is emotionally unwell and maybe telling her the truth could cause her to do something crazy. Yeah. But this whole, well, she's so upset about Kay's pregnancy. No, she's not. No, she doesn't care. Anyway, Chad says, I think you're just I think you worry about Simone a little too much. She's not as fragile as you or your folks think she is.
Yes.
And he says, fact is, I think Simone is a pretty tough cookie. Whitney says Simone's tough act is just that. It's an act to try to protect herself from being hurt. That's why we can't let her find out about us together. And he says, she says, or she'll be crushed. And so that's the conversation that Simone did not hear. Simone then goes to the kitchen, but I guess she goes back up the stairs and then down the back stairs.
Yeah, I think so.
Because they don't see her. So she goes to the kitchen and she's like, I'm not gonna let Whitney stab me in the back. She grabs a giant knife. And
Michael Myers knife. Yeah.
Yeah. And then she like appears before them on the couch. So I do have a clip of her with that giant knife, of course. Crazy. I couldn't let it pass. I didn't get the whole thing, but I got a little bit of it. All right. By this point, Chad and Whitney are making out on the couch in the fucking living room. Like, if you don't want to get caught, this is a bad place to be.
Totally.
I will stop Whitney from stealing Chad away from me. That's what it takes.
What the hell?
It's like Norma.
Simone, what are you doing?
Why do you have that knife?
I got hungry. So I came down the back stairs for a snack. The bigger question is what are you two doing down here in the dark in each other's arms?
Okay.
I hate to jump to conclusions, but it looked like you two were kissing. And it looked like you were about to do a whole lot more than just kiss.
Look, Simone, I think it's time
Chad, she completely misunderstood the situation, didn't she? It's not at all what you think it was. I came down here for a little snack, just like you did. And in the dark, I tripped over this stupid old coffee table and fell right on top of him. I must have completely scared you to death, right, Chad?
Yeah. She about scared me half to death.
And then he put his arms out to stop me, and I think he thought he was being attacked, right? Right, and his arms went around me.
This is a clear lie.
I feel like such a fool.
But I think she knows.
I am so sorry for thinking the worst of you. I mean, I didn't know what to think when I saw you two like that. I should have known that neither one of you would ever try to hurt me like this. Oh,
I mean, honestly, serves Whitney right.
This is ridiculous. I know.
Like, how long is this gonna go?
This is a soap opera about fucking magic and dolls coming to life. But she saw them making out. And she still chooses to do the like, did I see this? No, you did see it. Blow it up. Go run and tell TC right now.
I think what's going on with Simone is that she, and maybe I'm giving her a little too much credit, but I think she knows exactly what's going on between Whitney and Chad, and she's making Whitney. She's gonna make Whitney say the thing, right? Like she's gonna either force Whitney to tell the truth, or Whitney's gonna have to watch her kiss her boyfriend. Like that's what it's gonna be. And also she's just like, oh, again, I've said this before. She's got a lot of anger for Whitney and zero anger for Chad, it seems, right? She's got a lot of stuff to say about Whitney being a slut, but nothing to say about Chad in the situation.
Who's cheating on you?
Who's cheating on her, right? Effectively cheating on her. Yeah. Simone,
and like, when do they ever spend time together?
They never do.
Never.
Like, there's never just like a scene of them doing something together.
Never, ever. It's always the three of them, and then Simone goes off to go get a beverage for her and Chad, and then Whitney and Chad sneak kisses. That is every time we see these three, for the most part. And so
the only time that we ever saw them together without her was like when she met him at that like charity auction thrift
at the beginning
shop.
when she first met him, and she saw his face and she was like, wow, I saw your face and wow, right then I took a vow. Yeah, I'll remember that.
Hey Arnold, I remember it.
I will remember that one forever. Well, when that came up on the podcast, that's what she said. Simone saw Chad's face and just went, wow. And wow. And wow. Anyway, that happens later on, and we are about to talk about TC, Eve, and Liz, but later on, Whitney and Simone kind of witness the end of the craziness going on upstairs between TC, Eve, and Liz. And Liz like gives her like sob story about her sister that we've heard a million fucking times.
Wow.
But later on, Whitney comes back downstairs to tell Chad that she was really upset by Liz's story about her sister, and that she can't let Simone get hurt that same way. Whitney says, she says, Liz was the weaker, younger sister, and she got betrayed by her older sister. She's been carrying this hurt around with her all these years, and the only thing I can think about was Simone. I can't let this happen to Simone. So
it's like, then just call it. Just don't date Chad then.
Well,
period.
Simone hears that conversation. She heard that bit from the exact same spot where she was earlier, where she didn't hear anything. And she says, good, now I know exactly what I can use to keep Whitney and Chad apart. So she's gonna, use the
the generational plot line.
Yeah, she's gonna
multi-generational plot line.
Use Whitney's like guilt, I guess, against her, and that she loves her. She's gonna use her love for Simone against her, I guess, in a way. All right, let's finish this thing out with TC, Liz, and Eve. Reminder that Liz is pretending to sleepwalk so that she can seduce TC. She has locked him inside of the bedroom. He has like laid down next to the bed on the floor. She got Eve's perfume and like started to put on Eve's perfume, and he smelled it and he thought that she was Eve. And then she manages to get him into bed with her, pretending to be Eve, but like she's not in any kind of disguise. She simply just has on Eve's perfume. Essence of
just
Eve,
crazy,
I guess.
Yeah.
So
men are dumb, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess.
Smells like her. Must be her.
Must be. So, any hole is a goal, I guess. So she manages to almost successfully seduce TC, but Eve comes home and catches them together. I have a clip for this. I think I have 2 clips left and then we'll be done. So I have a clip for this. Eve watches TC, or Eve catches TC.
What is going on? What is going on here?
Eve. Liz!
So gross.
Yeah. And he's stone cold sober at this point. Like,
Eve,
Didn't they drink champagne though?
earlier in the
You were
night.
working late at the hospital?
no, I thought that you come home after I went to sleep and that you was waking me up to make love to me.
Why was the door locked?
What?
Why
The
was
door,
locked?
TC. Why were you and Liz in our room, in our bed, with the door locked?
Liz, Liz locked it.
Okay, now why does that not surprise me?
Don't blame her. Liz was sleepwalking.
No, she wasn't.
Okay, so
Never would I let anybody just. This is bullshit.
no, this is actually insane. I have
Yeah.
a couple more clips, but like he's gonna explain everything that happened. Basically, I might skip to the last clip. He basically explains that. Well, hell, we'll watch it. Whatever. We're almost done. Here's the clip.
So Liz was sleepwalking. I mean, that's your explanation for all of this.
Sweetheart, I know this sounds far-fetched, but it's true.
I don't believe it.
Well, honey, I didn't believe it either at first, but that's what happened. After you got called to the hospital, I was getting ready to go to bed, and all of a sudden Liz came in here. She was all dazed and confused, and then I realized that she was sleepwalking. So I called you at the hospital to get some advice, but you weren't available.
Yes, it's true. I had several emergencies.
Sweetheart, I know because I spoke to the nurse, and the nurse told me not to wake a sleepwalker. Just let them do what they have to do, and just let nature take its course, and they'll wake up on their own.
That's true, TC. But to let Liz seduce you?
Sweetheart, I didn't.
You let her lock you in this room, and then you jumped into bed with her.
Honey, that's not what happened. Liz fell asleep in our bed. I fell asleep on the floor. Baby, I thought you came home and
Liz
that you
wide
were
awake.
calling me and that you wanted me. And Lord knows I wanted to make love to you. I didn't realize that Liz was here. I jumped into bed and I thought it was you, baby.
Don't you baby me,
thought it was
TC,
you,
because
baby. It wasn't
you
me.
haven't explained why that door was locked.
Sweetheart, I don't know. Maybe Liz got mixed up and thought she was in the garage apartment and locked the door.
Then why didn't you unlock it?
Sweetheart, she took the key and put it down the front of her nightgown, and I damn sure wasn't going down there to get it.
Okay, then why
Wouldn't it
didn't you
just
call
dropped
Simone
right
or Whitney to
through?
unlock the door for you? Answer me, TC. When you found yourself locked in here with Liz, why didn't you call for help at once?
Yeah, TC, why didn't you? Well, he tells her.
Why didn't you call Whitney or Simone
What does he tell her?
to unlock the door?
Sweetheart, I didn't want my daughters seeing any
Look at
other
Liz
woman
in the
in our
background,
bedroom
up,
except
looking,
you.
moving around.
Now, despite what I said, the situation looked inappropriate.
Yeah, well, I can't argue with that.
Honey, nothing happened, okay? I mean,
You were
Liz was
kissing.
sleepwalking.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, you were making out with a boner.
You were on
Us
top of
talking
her.
hasn't awakened her yet.
Why'd you put your robe on if nothing happened?
Really implausible.
What?
TC, even if I believe that she is sleepwalking, that doesn't excuse your behavior. What were you doing kissing Liz?
Word.
Why were you kissing Liz?
Sweetheart, I thought Liz was you. I swear.
Oh, TC, how could you think such a thing?
Sweetheart, that's what happened. I mean, after Liz had stopped sleepwalking and fell asleep in our bed, I went to sleep on the floor. Honey, I was laying there and I was thinking about you and I guess with all the champagne I drank before you went to the hospital, my brain was clouded. I jumped in the bed. I didn't realize Liz was here.
My brain was clouded.
I smelled your perfume and I assumed it was you.
I smelled your
You
perfume.
smelled my perfume on Liz?
Sweetheart, I thought you put it on for me.
You're right, TC. Liz did use my perfume.
I bet Eve's perfume smells
You know, that's
good.
funny
She looks like she
because-
smells good.
I don't remember her using it. Unless she put it on while she was sleepwalking and I would sleep on the floor.
That's one possible explanation.
Well, what else would explain it?
That Liz isn't sleepwalking at all.
Honey, no!
Great. Now get your ass up and get the fuck out.
Yes.
Get out of my house. You cannot fucking stay here. You can't stay here any longer.
Several things. One, this is obviously this is ridiculous. It's absurd. But two, what if she was sleep killing or sleep fucking? You just gotta deal with it.
That's what she doing.
Yeah.
She's sleep fucking.
Yes, and you were like, okay, well, the doctor said not to wake him up. Run, bitch, get out. You're a man.
Or wake them up. Like, my thing is, okay, here's my thing. Either way, the bitch has to go. Because what happens here is Liz wakes up and she's like, oh my God, was I asleep? Was I sleepwalking then? You know, pretending like she didn't know. She says she has like medication for it. She calls what the medication is. It's Dexatrobe or something. Eve is like, yeah, that is a medication for sleepwalking, but okay.
You could just look that up on the internet.
Exactly. So Liz is like feigning like this was true and she was really sleepwalking, whatever, and she's playing the victim. TC's comforting her, gives her a hug.
Totally.
Liz, I'm gonna need you to get out of this bedroom while I have a conversation with my husband.
Yep. To me, either way, it's a problem, whether she was sleepwalking or not. Because what the fuck do you mean you slept walk your way onto my man's dick? Girl, bye. Get away from... Leave my home and get the hell out of here. And listen, I understand that Liz has something over Eve, so Eve can't necessarily like blow the whole thing up at this exact moment. Although she came home saying, at this point, she came home saying that she was about to tell TC everything. This would have been the perfect time.
Ripcord, this is the moment to do it, because get her out.
This would have been the perfect time to pull the trigger on that. However, since we know that Eve is a coward and that she's not going to come clean about anything, what she could have done here is what you just said, Eric. Liz, please leave. I need to talk to my husband. Then me and my husband have a conversation wherein I tell him that bitch cannot stay here anymore. Period. You can, if you want to, you can go with her, but she can't stay here anymore. She can't stay here anymore.
We're going to play musical chairs. I'm going to, you know what, Kay, you're coming over here. Liz, you go to the Bennett's. Ivy, you go to Tabitha's.
Exactly. We got a lot of women and a lot of homeless women in this town, women who need a place to stay. They need a shelter, a women's shelter. Because
Fair.
Liz can't, you cannot stay here. Like I said, either way, it's a problem. Because either you deliberately came in here and was trying to seduce my husband, or you did it subconsciously. Either way, it's a problem.
Not good.
And I don't know. And my children live in this house. I don't know what you could have gone into one of my kids' rooms and assaulted them. No, you are not. You're not a safe person. You cannot be here. Period.
And we don't know this lady.
We don't know her.
Under
She's
the pretenses of this show, we don't know her.
TC defends Liz down.
Yeah,
I know, it's crazy.
He has a fantasy about her. He wants her.
Yeah, at this point, we can kind of safely say that he kind of wants her because at this.
Because then he gets all pouty towards.
Yeah, he does.
Because okay, what's her name? Liz gives them her sob story about her slut sister.
I'm so fucking tired of this stupid story.
I pulled the clip, but I'm not gonna play it.
We've heard it 1,000 times.
I've heard
it's like sex, drugs, music.
Yeah, she
men,
chose them over me.
Blah.
We got
She
it off
left me in an
memorized.
abusive home.
The only
blah,
reason
blah,
I pulled
blah.
it was because it seemed like her and Eve were having a
There
moment. 'Cause
is a
Eve does
moment
say,
where, yes.
yeah, because Eve does say, you know, I'm sure your sister feels really bad about all of that, and I'm sure, like, I think you don't understand how bad she probably feels about it, and so they do have a little moment. That's why I pulled the clip, but I don't care that much. I'm wrapping this bitch up. Yeah,
and it's just a millisecond of Liz hearing Eve, and then she hunkers down and still
snaps out.
She's like, no, yeah, maybe she does feel bad, but I'm still gonna get my revenge on her. That's basically what happens.
AKA Simone to Whitney.
Yeah, and that's where Simone and Whitney come in, and they hear Liz's like little sob story. But yeah, Eve at this point, Liz like leaves. Eve tells TC, I believe you. I believe that you didn't do this on purpose, whatever, right? And so she believes his story. And then they're like about to kiss or whatever, and she gets a page. He's like, I'm just happy you're home, whatever. She gets beeped by the hospital, probably Antonio. She gets beeped by the hospital, and she's like, oh, I'm sorry, honey, I gotta go. This angers TC. I mean, you married every goddamn doctor.
Mm-hmm. And it was never an issue before. And like, you're a coach and like a grief counselor. Like, you're not pulling in the cash.
But it's also, again, this horrible stereotype of like, he goes from 0 to 1,000. He is livid with her. And I'm like, you have no grace here right now. You were just in bed with another woman.
Yeah.
Your
D
is not another
hard.
dude. Yeah.
Yeah. You don't have any. He doesn't have a leg to stand on. I think I said that on the live too. TC doesn't have a leg to stand on here. Like, Eve's
Maybe
gonna go do her job. Yeah. This is an X-rated episode of the podcast. A lot of dick jokes.
Sponsored by DMX.
TC is a dick.
So, you know what? TC can eat a dick. How about that?
Oh, dang.
Yeah, so.
Fair.
You are my passion for life. At the end.
So, that's it. Yeah. Where can people find you, Kelly?
On the Discord or Instagram at Kelly Mustard Seed.
All right. I'll link that in the description. Eric?
I'm on the Discord. Just come. Let's do more of this on the Discord. This has been a blast, y'all. Thank you so much. I
thank you both. Thank you both for being here today. I know it was a long one. Unfortunately, we did not make my target of 5 o'clock. It is 5:45. But you know what? Not my worst.
It's not a 3-parter.
This week is reading week, so I'm a free agent.
Good. I just feel bad because I know it's late there, and I know you're tired, and so I appreciate you both. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And I will see you on the next one. Maybe, I don't know. Whenever I see y'all, I'll see you again sometime. All right. With that, you are my passion for life.